Today we're heading into the treatment phase of our segment on functional flexibility, and we're using this true stretch cage to do some functional manual reactions. That means John is going to manipulate my body. Now, we had a problem with my left hip. He's going to manipulate my body in order to have that move a lot better and a lot smoother. Let's see how we go.
We finished the assessment on Nick, and now it's time to do a little therapy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my old buddy here, the True Stretch. The True Stretch is a great tool for me because I like to call it my upright table. And I'm going to give a functional manual reaction to Nick's hip to try to turn on or wake up some of the muscles that are sleeping, and to try to down-regulate or to inhibit some of the muscles that are overactive right now. My goal is to always find out what's happening with Nick's, in this case, Nick's left hip. And to do that, we're going to talk to Nick's left foot. The reason why we do that is because the foot talks to the hip, and of course the hip talks back to the foot. So we want to see how well are they communicating. So his left hip is moving actually better than the right hip when I'm mobilizing the left foot. So that gives me a big hint as to what we need to do as far as therapy. I need to really focus on this left foot to get that left hip moving a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to come up here and check the left hip now. And what I want is a little more internal rotation of this left hip. So I'm going to be taking my right hand and giving him a little bit more internal rotation, and the left hand is going to be speeding that process up just a little bit. All right, so we're going to start to open the hip up, and we did it in what we call the sagittal plane. Now we're going to move into the frontal plane a bit, okay? So I'm going to have you spin around for me again, and we're looking for a little bit of an ability to get this hip to move side to side. We call that the frontal plane. And what I'm looking for now is I want to challenge this right adductor. So what I'm going to ask him to do is just take the hips and begin to start driving them to the left, okay? And just come straight in, let gravity take over. And you'll notice that it's difficult for his brain to do that because this right adductor is so much involved in everything that he does. So what I'm going to try to do is see if I can disassociate his brain from the right adductor while giving that right adductor a little bit of length. You feel that?
Yeah.
I drive that bottom hand,
Really stretching it.
And you'll notice we're looking for that ability for the brain to say, I feel comfortable with you being in that position. And it takes quite a few of these for that to happen. So now, as you can see, we're across the body rather than going with the body, okay? We want to keep the chest up really tall. And what we're going to look to do now is I'm going to have you go back into the sagittal plane, which means you're going to drive straight ahead with that right knee, okay? Go ahead and drive that right knee, and you're going to feel me just take that hip and begin to give you that little bit of motion right there. With FMR, you'll notice I'm getting a functional manual reaction from that right hip. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
See, we're really winding up that right glute right now. Getting that guy to turn on to allow the left adductor to be involved. Now, knees are slightly bent, chest up nice and tall. And once again, let gravity just take you to the left on the exhale. You want to take a breath of air in, exhale, and drive straight across. Hold, 2, 3, inhale. Exhale and drive straight across. Hold, 2, 3, inhale. Purpose of the exhaling as we create the effort is to really get some tissue stretch, but also to squeeze out some of that stuff out of the joint that has been trapped in there for quite a while.
Genuinely feels like I haven't used my hip muscles properly for several years. I'm not sure why that is. We're going to figure that out later, but I can tell you it feels great. I feel like doing hula hoop or something like that. It's like my hips are moving for the first time. I might do some salsa dancing tonight. Feels great. Remember to connect with us. I'm Nick Davey for KTV.